Happy Sunday to everyone. Wow, I'm just noticing how messy my house is in the background. Oops, I probably should have done like a little walkthrough before I started my live, but oh my God, okay, just don't look at my kitchen and don't look at my entryway because there's a million pairs of shoes. Yeah, well, it's been a really busy week and a very fast weekend. So hi, Kelsey, good morning to everyone. I'm gonna let you jump on. I know I'm a little late again, I'm so sorry. Hi, Maggie. Okay, all my friends are popping on. I see Nancy. Okay, now it's going fast. I see Samantha, Triana, and I can't read. Julie, Alicia, Elizabeth. I see Ryan. Wendy's on. Okay, you guys are all on. It is so good to see you guys. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys had a good week. I'm gonna jump right into doing my makeup because we all know I have a tendency of just yakking, and we gotta get some makeup on my face. I just saw that someone finally caught it live. I didn't catch your name, but welcome. I'm so excited to have you on this live. Hopefully you stick around. Hopefully you come back for different lives because they're a lot of fun. Happy Sunday, you guys. For another first live, Jill's first live. Wow. Okay, a lot of first lives going on here. So I'm gonna get going. Now the chat goes by so fast, Kim. I agree with you. But that's why it's hard to keep up. I see Jolisa. Okay, all my friends and new peeps are on this live, so I'm so excited. Let's get right into it because I have a lot to talk to you guys about. I actually attended. There's always one hair that never wants to stay back. It's like never wants to stay behind me. Barry's giving me the saddest look right now. I think he wants to say hi. Come here, Barry. Let me just grab Barry really quick. Hold, please. He was just giving me the saddest look on earth, like pathetic, like why aren't you paying attention to him, even though I pay attention to him all morning. So Barry, just go say hi really quick, okay? And I'm gonna be busy for the next hour. I'm very sorry, but this is Barry. Barry is just so cuddly. Oh my God. If you just feel how cuddly he is, he's like a worn-in teddy bear, you know, like the kind that you drool on when you're a kid and like you wash a million times and he's all like, his fur's all like matted and funny. Oh my gosh, Tomas. Okay. All right, and then I will start this live, I swear to God, but Tomas wanted to say hi too. He got very jealous. I'm sorry, I love you, bunny rabbit. He's just a silly guy. Okay. All right. Enough is enough. I have literally dilly-dallying my entire live away. So let's now get started now that I have some dog hair on my face. And there's something that I want to do pre-makeup that I've been doing a lot when I'm not filming. It's gonna look really funky for a minute, and I haven't talked about these because I want to really like gauge if I recommend them or if I even like them. And I also just need to get a good grip on like quite literally like how to use them right, because I messed it up so many times. But these are the lip stains from Sachu Beauty, excuse me. They're the lip liner stains, and you basically line your lips. Have you seen people on like TikTok and Instagram? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the lip stains. You let them dry down for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long you have. I think it's at least 10 minutes so that these need to dry down. And then you peel it off and you're left with like a permanent for the day lip liner. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna look really funky for a minute and I cannot talk when I do this. So just give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to read some comments while I'm doing this. This is the shade O2 Mauve. So it's like it goes on almost like a lip stain. So now this is the part where I can't talk because I will mess it up. And if I mess it up, there's not really any going back. I'd have to like cover it with concealer. So say a prayer for me. Hold your breath like I'm about to. And it's literally going to look so funny for a while, okay? I know I need to concentrate. Okay. Now I do overline my lips with this as well. Stay with me. These are really tricky at first. I'm gonna look so funny. You guys just enjoy the show that this is. I feel like everyone online looks really cute when they do this. I don't feel like I look cute when I do this. So, and I know it, and it's fine. But I'm not gonna lie, I love, like when I do it right and I do a good job, I love the way it looks throughout the day. It's like permanent lip liner. You pop gloss on, I'm just gonna look so funny. Oh my God, I cannot stop laughing at myself. It looks so good though. Worth the humiliation. And also, you know, I don't care, you guys. I'm acting like I care, but I don't care. You guys are like my close people that join my live, so you get to see this wonderful look. So we're gonna let this dry down. Hopefully it dries down as well as it normally does, because I'm gonna be talking a lot. But I want to talk to you guys about quite a few things. So I attended a masterclass at in Hollywood. What day was it? Wednesday? Thursday? I don't remember. I attended a masterclass with Jane Iredale, and it was a really informative, honestly, a really awesome masterclass. They did a great job. I learned a lot about the brand, things I didn't know about the brand, and I learned how to use their products a lot better, okay? So one of my takeaways is I ended up really liking the Smooth Affair mattifying primer. So I'm gonna dive right into this right away. So I'm gonna take a small amount, and less is more with primers, and I'm gonna just hit my areas that are really oily. So, you know, I'm an oily girl all over, but I don't want to apply this all over and like overload my skin with too many products, because I'm gonna do quite a bit of different products, and I'm gonna show you how to essentially make them work. So I'm gonna put this just in my T-zone. I'm gonna really rub it in. I'm putting this on top, of course, of my Paula's Choice sunscreen. Oh, good. You saw the pictures on Instagram? Yeah, I posted some pictures. I need to post more. In fact, I filmed a bunch of behind the scenes I'm going to put together in a reel, and I'll post that too. Hi, back to Germany. I know. Did I just say primer? Yep, I did. I'm trying to give primers that give me a good first impression more of a chance and to like actually use them. So I'm pushing this a lot into my skin, and I'm not going over here. I want to keep my glow over here, right? I'm just keeping it and rubbing it into the T-zone where I get the most oily. I look so goth right now. It's like cracking me up. I can't. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is underpaint, because the product I'm going to use for my foundation, spoiler alert, and if you caught my photo that I posted in my community tab and also on my Instagram stories, I'm going to be using the old school, very classic, very tried and true, and very impressive product. Like, I feel like I just have a better understanding of this product now that I've taken that masterclass, and I was shown how to properly apply it the way they want you to, which is in a stamping packing motion and not in a buffing motion. And I used to always use a buffing motion with this product. So I'm happy to learn. I'm happy to be introduced to a product that I wasn't so sure about if I loved it on me. But, you know, you should never stop learning, basically, is what I'm trying to get to at this point. But maybe I've had too much caffeine at this point. You see my coffee? It used to be up to there. Now it's like halfway gone. So long story short, what I'm trying to say is I'm going to use this as my foundation. This is the classic Jane Iredale foundation pressed powder. It's a mineral-based powder, compact foundation. Great for sensitive skin, great for acne-prone skin. Anyone who has like skin irritation or is, you know, has reactions typically to makeup, that's the kind of product you're going to want to use and try. So since I caught that comment, that was funny. Since I'm using that as my foundation, I want to underpaint, and what I'm discovering the more I'm using this product is I'm trying to curate the best tips on how to use a powder foundation, and I'm slowly getting a lot of tips and like just good pointers on how to do it. And I'm going to actually put this all in a video very soon. Once I feel like I have like the utmost tips for you all, then I'm going to put in a video. But for now, the way I've been enjoying using this product is by underpainting first. So I'm about to look real wild, okay? Just sit back, relax, grab popcorn, because it's going to be an interesting look here for a minute. So don't judge me. This is a judgment-free zone over here. We're going to underpaint with the CL Sculpt and Protect. This has SPF 50 in it. Is this one 50? Yeah, no, 30, sorry. And we're going to do all the areas that I would normally contour, except we're not going to do the lips because I have the stain on. But we are going to do a little bit in the jaw, just like that. and buff this in. Where's my 109? We're gonna buff this in with the 109. The lip product, and by the way, everything, if I'm talking too quick or if I miss a name, everything's gonna be linked and listed in the description after this goes public. But this is the lip stain is from Sachu Beauty. And I actually got to meet the owners of Sachu Beauty at a YouTube event, and they were incredibly inspiring. Made me like really interested in their products. Oh, Diana, welcome. Better late than never. And the good news is these videos, you can rewatch them. You could watch them later on. So right now I'm just buffing in all of the CL Sculpt and Protect. I know, I can't concentrate on my lips either. It's quite funny. So they do, Maggie is asking a really good question. Maggie, they have like, I wanna say eight or 9, or maybe it's 10 shades in the lip stain. I actually just placed an order quite literally online last night through, I like to call it TT Shop, TikTok Shop. I placed an order last night because I'm gonna put a few in my professional makeup kit for some jobs that I have coming up that would really benefit from long wear lip stains. So it took me a long time to actually commit and buy more of these because I really want to fully test them out. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, so a lot of blending, a lot of buffing, I know. I have tried the Polite Society powder. I didn't like it. I felt really dry on my skin, and I have oily skin. So it's a texture thing that I didn't really quite enjoy. But that's just me personally. I'm very picky with powders. The shade that I have on the lip is Moi. Get up at 4 every morning and, oh, I love that. Thanks for watching me early in the morning, Susan. All right, we're gonna switch brushes. And I always talk about this, but the good thing about underpainting is you don't have to be incredibly precise because you're gonna layer products on top anyway. And it's gonna make the whole look come together. So I switched to my N16 brush. This is the brush I like to use to blend out my nose contour / sculpting. I always do quotation because it's not really contour, but it is sculpting. All right, so blending this in. Thank you, Bloodline. That is so sweet. I'm so happy you're liking my brushes. That's like the best compliment I could ever receive. So actually, how does it compare to the Wonder Skin? I did not like the Wonder Skin lip stains at all. I felt like they made my lips look like they were chapped and like really, really red. So I did not, thank you, Resident Evil Mac. Woohoo, I got a new sub. I did not like the Wonder Skin ones. The Sachu Beauty ones are literally the easiest, in my opinion, to use and the most impactful and the longest wearing too. Like the Wonder Skin, I felt like it looked like it chapped my lips. Like they were like really dry and dehydrated, and it wasn't long lasting. So, all right, now that we have the underpainting on, we're gonna do one more step of underpainting. And that is adding a teeny bit of the L'Oreal Lumi Le Glow tint. This is the shade 200 Neutral. So this is gonna go on underneath that powder foundation as well. I'm gonna pump a little bit onto my hand. Let's start with that. Moderation is key. I'm gonna grab a clean N17 brush. I'm gonna dip into it. And I'm gonna hit the high points of my cheek because I want this is a very glowy product and it could emphasize texture wherever you have texture. So I always recommend avoid areas like above your lip and in this area of your skin because that's where we have like larger pores. And if you're oily, you don't want disco and glow above your lip. It's gonna look really wild. You missed a lot, but you could always rewind it and rewatch it once this video goes officially posted to my channel. So see how pretty that's gonna lay on top and give me like a sun-kissed glow from within. The appearance of this underneath and peeking through when I put that powder foundation on top is gonna be really, really pretty. Nikki, for me, underpainting never works because again, full coverage. Any tips? You know, when you're doing full coverage is just that, it's full coverage. So if you're doing full coverage, it covers up any of the underpainting you're doing. So don't worry about it. If you want full coverage, you don't have to do underpainting. There's nothing wrong with laying these products on top. It's just a technique that's not gonna work well at all for full coverage. Light to medium coverage at best is gonna be the best. You could still do it. I don't want to limit you, and I hate rules with makeup, but it's not going to be the best technique that's going to show up for full coverage. All right, we have glow. We still look really funny over here, but I don't care. It's going to come together, and it's going to be really fun to see this come together. So the glow is so pretty from L'Oreal. And did you guys catch and like my video yesterday? I really hope you did. It was all L'Oreal, full face of L'Oreal. So I'm doing something a little risky. I'm testing out for the first time a concealer that I actually wanted to test out last week, but for whatever reason, I forgot to use this and open it up. This was sent to me from G Beauty. I talked all about G Beauty last Sunday. So if you missed that live and you want to know more about G Beauty, the creator is Natalie G and someone else. I can't remember the other person's name, unfortunately, but Natalie G is kind of like the face of this brand, female owned, operated, and we love that. And she sent me a whole bunch of goodies, and I've been loving quite a bit of the products too. And we'll revisit those products that I think are the best of G Beauty when I have like a full grasp of like what I love from the brand and what really works for me. But for now, we're gonna test out the brightening concealer, and this is giving me NARS Radiant Creamy vibes all the way. So I'm sure this was inspired by the Radiant Creamy, not just because of the packaging, and the dough foot, but also the formula. I felt the formula earlier, and it felt very much like the Radiant Creamy concealer, which, if you know, is a holy grail for me. I did, in fact, order the pink powder, so that should come to me hopefully in like the next week. And I'll probably honestly be gone by the time it comes to me. I have a full week. I have like a half week of clients this week, and then the following week, starting on Sunday, I'm off the grid. And I should probably warn you guys, I will not be around for next Sunday's live. I'm doing a wedding. I'm not doing the bride, but I'm doing a wedding. That's about all I can say right now. And doing about 6 people. And it's a Sunday wedding. And it should be fun. Get to meet a lot of new peeps, and I'm excited about that. By the way, I'm doing some underpainting before I do the powder from Jane Iredale. Just a bit. Oh, Debbie, sending you the biggest hug. I'm so sorry to hear. Oh, gosh, Debbie. I send you so much love right now. I did not know that. Thank you for joining the lives, and I hope it's a nice, somewhat of a distraction. Oh, everyone send Debbie some love, please. Gosh, I'm so sorry, Debbie. I'm heartbroken for you. Okay, so gonna tap this in. God, life is hard, you guys. Jeez. Gonna tap this in, and let's see the kind of coverage that we get with this G Beauty concealer. And I should mention the shade too. I'm sorry. The shade that I put on is number 3. It's definitely leaning. I guess it's a little bit more new. No, yeah, actually, this is a good neutral. So I'm just doing a little bit of underpainting first with the concealer, and then we'll probably go over top with a bit more as well. And I have been finding that you're definitely able to layer liquid concealer on top of the Jane Iredale powder really nicely. And I've even touched up a bit with concealer on top, and they've worked really well. So definitely shows you that the Jane Iredale powder is actually very versatile. Oh, I wish I could go live from the wedding, but there's no way. I had to sign an NDA and everything. And if you don't know what an NDA is, it's a non-disclosure agreement. So I probably shouldn't be saying that I'm doing a wedding on Sunday, but that's about it. Yeah. So I'm working all week, and then after Sunday, I'm gonna get my booty home. I'm gonna pack, and I leave for a quick trip to Miami for a client. So I'm going to Miami on Monday, shooting all day Tuesday, flying back Wednesday, gonna get my makeup kit and my life back in order, and then I go straight back to on set Thursday and Friday for another client. So it's gonna be a very busy week. I might be off the grid a little bit, to be quite honest. Okay, concealer looks good. I'm gonna let that be good enough for now. And I am gonna see Susan in Miami. You guessed it. Yes, I am seeing Susan. Susan is one of the only people that could get me to fly out for such a quick trip. But yes, and I cannot wait to hug that girl. I'm so excited. So excited. I cannot stop smiling just thinking about seeing her. I haven't seen her in a while, so I miss Susan. All right, back to the powder. This is going to be a learning lesson for anyone who's used this powder foundation from Jane Iredale and maybe had a hard time. And what I've discovered is the BK Beauty 116 brush is absolutely the best brush for this product. Now you can also use the 106, it's like the bigger version of this, but I find that the density of the 116 and the size allows me to get in around my nose and get coverage, and it's just really, really, really good. Really, really good. So the Jane Iredale powder, I'm gonna dip in with the 116. This brush looks dirty, but just has leftover powder on it, so there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm gonna tap in. Fernanda, are you in Miami? I'm assuming it's gonna be very hot. So now you're gonna watch my skin get matte, but not in a heavy way. And I definitely will say hi to Susan for all you guys. You're so sweet. I will 100%. I'll probably post pictures. You guys will feel included, I promise. Depending on like how tired I am, but you guys will feel included. I absolutely promise you. I'll probably film something while I'm there, depending. So I'm gonna tap this in. And this is really what they strongly advise you to do. When I took that Jane Iredale masterclass, the makeup instructor, who was incredible, I followed her on Instagram recently. She's such an amazing artist. She's worked on every kind of job on set, TV, film, you name it. So she knows her stuff. And I love learning and I love hearing from those kind of artists. Like that's the kind of masterclass I am into. But what she was saying is, do not swipe, do not buff with this product. It's not like Bare Minerals where like you're taught to like dip in and like swirl, 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 swirl. Like not that at all. So tap in and then tap on. And I'm not necessarily covering where I underpainted. I'm just gently doing a thin veil on top, okay? Do you suggest using powder blush on mature skin? Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I use it all the time to set a cream blush. Blush has no age. Just keep that in mind. Blush has no age. Don't limit yourself. I'm not gonna limit myself. I will say though, I do like certain formulas, particularly more than other formulas for more mature skin. I like mineral-based blushes, like, baked mineral-based blushes. Those are gonna look so effortless, so natural, and so easy to melt into the skin. So those are my favorite. What shade are you using in the YSL bronzer? 02 is the shade. And you know what, the shade of this one too, I have to deep pot this and see what the pan is on the back, because I don't know what the shade is, but I'll make sure I list it. Yeah, so tapping it in, and you'll still see like that bronzer peeking through, and we will go over it with a powder bronzer as well, just to lock it in for longevity. I'm gonna be outdoors today primarily. I'm gonna be like pretty much running around town, and I want my makeup to look good in person and also last. So I want to point out too really quick, you can see that Lumi Le Glow Seppen popping through. Do you see that glow right here and all around here? That's the Lumi popping through, and all here, it's popping through that powder, and it's giving this makeup look a very soft skin-like finish. So it doesn't look like I have powder foundation on, in my opinion. If you saw me in person too, this powder foundation looks really beautiful in person. Every time I see Lisa J, she's always wearing it. Literally 9 out of 10 times when I see her, she's like, I'm wearing it right now. And I'm like, what? I'm like, your skin looks amazing. Like, how, what? You're wearing a powder foundation? Don't worry, Nancy, I'm taking this off very soon. I could tell it's, yeah, that sucker is dry. Yay. Okay, it's time to reveal the lip in just a bit. New Dior releases, did you have a chance to look into them? They're pH blush sticks. No, not yet, but I will for sure soon. I'm still swimming in a lot of new makeup releases and trying to wrap my brain around the things that I want to recommend, or things that I do recommend, versus the things that I don't recommend. So I'm trying to go through the makeup that I have currently for a bit at least before I start trying new products. Okay, this is gonna be good for now. Now, what I want to do right away before I take my lip off is I want to lock it in with the Palm Mist. This is the hydration spray. It's a classic Jane Iredale one. They make other ones too for like more calming your skin, for more hydration. This is just the OG, and this is the one that I actually prefer. I tried most of them at that class, but this is the one that I know and I just trust a bit more. So I'm gonna spray this really quick. That's going to settle this makeup into place. It's going to rehydrate. It's gonna give it more of like a skin-like finish. Not that it doesn't have that already, but ultimately it's going to settle those like powder particles and really like sink it into my skin. So hold on. Oh, it's so cold. Oh gosh. Excuse me. It's always so hard to do setting spray on camera, especially in a live. All right. Oh, that stuff smells really good. Time for the reveal, okay? I've been late 2 weeks in a row. Oh no, Catherine, it's okay. We all know that we're here a while. Okay, let's get the top one off first. I do have a hard time peeling this, to be fully honest, but once you get it going, nice. Let's take that. It's like lizard skin. I won't even show it. Okay. Which glow balm or glow lip product would you suggest which are long lasting? Glow balm for the cheeks? No glow balm is going to be very long lasting unless you set it with powder. But I am liking the House Labs. Tomorrow's my birthday. I'm feeling old, ladies. Oh no! Emily, happy early birthday. I hope you do something tonight and tomorrow that's amazing. Hope you treat yourself to something good too. But happy early birthday and don't feel old. I found myself feeling that way recently and I was like, I told myself to snap out of it. 40 is approaching fast over here. Oh my gosh, this is the only thing that bothers me with these is sometimes you cannot get the other part off, so hold please. All right, and to grow old is a blessing, let me just say that. All right, now what you're left with is a really nice stain. And I had this on in the video that I posted yesterday on my Instagram. I got a few comments asking what the lip was. The lip was actually this stain right here with the Milani lip plumper that I absolutely love. Okay. Gonna get a bit more off. And now let's tackle our eye makeup because there's a few things that I want to pop on my eyes. And then we'll get the rest of the makeup going. I'm gonna add more concealer, for example, more bronzer, and then the blush. So in the meantime, gonna use the bronzer, powder bronzer. This is from Dior. Speaking of Dior, we talked about them a little bit earlier, but this is the Dior Forever Nude Bronzer in the shade 10 Soft Matte and 13 brush. And I'm gonna just swipe this into the crease of my eye, just for a really soft look. And then I have an eyeshadow stick that I got from Jane Iredale and that I tested at that masterclass that I ended up falling in love with. It's really, really nice. Oh, that's so awesome, Chrissy. You'll have to let me know when it is so I can join. Yeah, the final liner is worth the embarrassment and worth the ridiculousness of how I looked during that. Because it looks pretty. I mean, my lips look really full. They look like they have a really pretty liner in them. Full disclosure, I am going to go over it again with some more liner. But the idea is once your lip liner and everything wears off, you're still left with some color, which is great. So totally worth it if you're attending a wedding, let's just say, for example, along a big event. Let's say you're hitting the beach and you want your lips to just stay put and look really nice. It's just a great way to do it. Okay. Nikki, I have a black tie wedding and I'm using eggplant colored dress. I'm wearing an eggplant colored dress with sequins everywhere, long sleeves turtleneck. Only my face will be out. What type of color? Eggplant, I would do like mauves and grays. Mauves and grays, but you know what? You could flip the switch too, and you could do more warm golden bronzy tones as well. Either way, I would pick a jewel tone to do your eyes, personally. Like if I was doing your makeup, I would pick a jewel tone, either a cool jewel tone like a gray, or I would do a warm golden bronze. Kind of depends on like your undertone. All right, we need to pop some eye makeup on. And the eyeshadow stick that I loved from that class was the shade Rosé. So it's Jane Iredale. I like good shadow sticks, and this one actually performed incredibly well. I put it on without any eyeshadow primer, any eyeshadow base, and it looked beautiful all day long. Even Mitch was like, your eye makeup is so pretty. So been loving this one. It's the shade Rosé, and all I'm gonna do is swipe this very quickly. Clarissa, I thought the same thing about them until I really got a good grip on, or grasp on, how to use them. And now I'm a full believer, and I'm fully hooked. So Rosé is just a soft pink. So I'm gonna run this on the eye, all over the eyelid. Just like that. And it's just pretty. It's just effortless and pretty. All right, so same thing. They're really, really easy to work with. Oh, thank you, Holly. My house is a bit of a mess right now, like I mentioned, but I blame the busy weeks that I've been having. Okay, so just running this all over. There's really no right or wrong way to do it. It's just simple and very, very easy. Let's now dive into some eyeliner, because I got a few. Is Cocoa eyeliner? No, it's lip liner. Okay. You know, let's go for the Kosas. I picked this up recently, and I really, really like this one. This is just a nice warm brown. This is shade Depth. I'm gonna use Depth. It's a twist up. And we're gonna run this on the top lash line and just get it nice and classic. Okay. Now I would love to know you guys' thoughts on what drugstore brand, or just brand in general, would you like me to do another best of? So for example, yesterday, if you caught my video, I did a best of L'Oreal, and man, that was a fun video to film. I had a great time creating that look, and it really reminded me of how many products I love from L'Oreal. I got a lot of you asking for Maybelline, and I think that Maybelline, if I'm being honest with you, I think that Maybelline's coming up first, because there's so many products that I love from Maybelline. So I'm glad to hear that you guys are on the same page and you would want to see Maybelline from me as well. Maybelline would be a great one, a really, really great one. NYX, okay, I got a lot of NYX too. ELF, I did get some ELF as well. Ooh, Chanel. Chanel will be expensive. Ugh. And I'm not that in love with that many Chanel products, to be honest. I'm the biggest fan of their lipsticks and all formulas, but other than that, there's really not that much from Chanel that just tickles my fancy, you know? All right, gonna run this in Tightline. Best of MAC, yes, that's a great one. That is a fantastic one. Essence is a good one too. Wet n Wild, ooh, okay. You guys have got some good suggestions going on. Ooh, okay. Let me stop poking my eye out. I'm gonna switch to my Makeup by Mario Master Matte palette, the OG. And one of my favorite ways of wearing my eyeliner recently is taking my N11 brush. I'm gonna dip into this mid-tone brown, this matte mid-tone brown. It's like a nice neutral brown. Tap off the excess, and I'm going to, I have a Tomas here on my lip that I just can't see and get off. I'm gonna run this and stamp this on top. Tapping off the excess. And when I say stamp, what I mean is I'm not going back and forth with the brush. What I'm doing is just stamping it on top of the pencil liner, therefore locking it into place. So hold please. But great suggestions on the next best of one brand. I cannot wait to get another one filmed, but it's definitely probably gonna be Maybelline. Best summer foundation for oily skin. Ooh, that's a great one too. Oh, Joa. Joa is so good and so underrated. You know, I need to try more stuff from Joa. I only tried a a skin tint, I believe, and I think that was it. Best makeup brushes from the drugstore. Well, you know, I don't use them anymore because I just don't, you know, I'm not gonna switch to a drugstore brush when I have my own brush collection, but I've always said too, like when I get asked, there's nothing wrong with the Real Techniques brush. All right, so placing this and stamping it on all across my lash line, just like that. How pretty is that lip liner though? I can't get over it. It is just so good. I just heard about Wayne Goss. I saw his post on Instagram. I commented on it. It's always unfortunate when things like that happen. Okay, so the eyeshadow that I'm using for my liner is the Makeup by Mario. Not bad. I'm gonna switch to my N12 brush, dip into a slightly deeper brown, this one right here, and do a bit more smoky smoke in the outer corner, just like that. What's the new scandal in the beauty community? What? I just caught the most juiciest comment. Oh my God. What was that comment? No, I don't know. Did you hear about the new scandal in the beauty community? No, I didn't. What is it? You sparked my interest. What is it? As long as it doesn't involve me, I'm fine hearing about it. Okay. Let me get this liner on a bit more and then we'll clean it up. Yeah, now we're all so curious what that is. What's the scandal? You really piqued all of our interest. Okay, let's grab some mascara, but before that, let's curl my lashes. So I'm gonna curl my lashes with the Biki Beauty Lash Curler. And I cleaned it off recently, and I'm so proud of myself. Can you please give a recommendation for darker lip liners for darker complexion, Black woman? I love Foxy Brown. I love Chestnut, obviously, from MAC. Chestnut is like an OG and an absolute classic. I also bought a deep coffee color from Izamaya Beauty just recently. It is like a perfect, deep, rich brown. I think I want to say it's a coffee themed name. I bought it recently. I linked it in one of my Sephora recommendation videos. I'll have to check out what the actual name is, but it's been working fantastic in my makeup kit, and it's a really beautiful, like, wearable color. There's also two from Fashion Fair that I use probably the most. It's warm truffle. Is it warm truffle? And one other one's they're beautiful. I use them in my pro kit. But Fashion Fair, honestly, if you want amazing lip liners, I would definitely check out the ones from Fashion Fair. And Fashion Fair is a female Black-owned brand, so you know you're gonna get good stuff. And no, Flat White is like the palest lip liner on earth. I'm having a hard time even figuring out how to use it on myself. So not Flat White, but again, coffee themed shade. Going on with mascara now. This is the Panorama from L'Oreal, the Voluminous All Night Black. It's a true rich black formula. So I'm gonna put this on right away to kind of lock in that curl. CT thinks she invented makeup. Are we talking about Charlotte Tilbury? Was that the drama? I'm so curious what's going on. I'm missing everything in the chat with this mascara. Okay, Best of Moira. That's a great idea too. Nikki, I loved your video on L'Oreal. Oh, thank you so much, Shelly. Yeah, that Age Perfect Serum Foundation it's just the GOAT. I mean, it really is. I want to say it's the best skin tint at the drugstore. However, I can't say that because it's not marketed as a skin tint. It's marketed as a foundation. But man, it's amazing. Okay. How in the heck did 45 minutes go by so fast? Chrissy, I was wondering the same thing. I have no idea. I feel like I've chatted too much and that's what happened to the time. But gosh, I love this mascara. This is so good. It definitely is a bit more dramatic than the original one that you know I love. Okay. It's not waterproof, by the way. We need to finish up this makeup. I'm gonna go back to the concealer like I mentioned earlier. And now what I'm gonna do is take the Angie A505 brush. Okay, this flat brush right here. It's one of my favorites for concealer. And what I'm gonna do is clean up this eyeliner with just a touch of concealer. So I'm gonna angle it. Like that. Okay, same thing. Clean up. Okay, now we need to add some more concealer in this area of my eye because I'm still looking a little tired. So I'm gonna add more of the number 3 from G Beauty. And G Beauty is a concealer, by the way. And I'll link this, don't you worry. Everything will be linked. Including the Charlotte, or the, now I'm saying Charlotte Tilbury because that's in my head. Including the Jane Iredale powder that I used for my foundation. Let's do a bit more on my nose. I feel like I still have a lot of redness right here. I love Persona. I will definitely do a best of Persona. But honestly, there's nothing from Persona that I don't like, so. Nikki, what do we do to protect makeup from sweating? I sweat a lot. Setting spray, primers can obviously help as well. There's a time and a place for primers, setting powder, all that kind of stuff. But when you really sweat a lot, you're gonna wanna work in very thin layers because you're not gonna wanna sweat through thick layers of makeup. So the thinner the layers, the better. Layer your products in thin, light layers, and it's gonna feel better and look better when you are sweating. There's not a whole lot you can do to prevent sweating. It's a physical thing that, and you know, makeup, at the end of the day, I always say this, makeup is not magic. Makeup is not going to stop sweating from happening, but there are ways to keep it at bay. One of my favorite ways to keep it at bay is the Until Dawn setting spray from One Size Beauty. That is gonna be a holy grail. If you sweat a lot in your face, you have to use that product. That's just a must. Okay. Claudia, you know, I'm working on that, but as far as like right now, it's really hard to get a hold of you guys on YouTube. It's really hard to contact you guys on YouTube. So Instagram is just a much better and safer way for me to contact you guys, but I'm working on alternate ways to, you know, have you guys enter the giveaways. I don't have a giveaway this week. I thought we could just chill and hang out and just go back to old school, like doing our makeup together. But I will come back when I'm back in 2 weeks. I will come back with a very nice giveaway, I promise you. So I'll make up for lost time. But until then, you're just stuck with me hanging out for this one. Okay, let's do some blush. This is the Rare Beauty Matte Bouncy Blush. This is the shade Happy. I love Happy. And I think I'm just gonna apply it with, what do I have over here? Let's clean. Let's apply it with my N17. Tap into it. You're so sweet, Stephanie. I love you guys. I know you don't need the giveaway, but I try really hard to do it. I just saw something interesting. Jen Phelps uses a Google form thing for giveaways. Okay, I'll have to look into that. I'll definitely have more time to look into things as I'm flying a lot in the next 2 weeks, so. Okay. Tapping this on. And the questions are going through very, very fast. Which powder should I buy for dry skin? Kosas or Makeup by Mario? And which shade of each? Well, I don't know your complexion, so you have to tell me. Sending you love to Sweden. I want to go to Sweden so bad. If you are really dry, honestly, I would say I love them both, to be honest, but I grab the Mario the most. So I would say the Makeup by Mario. Also, the colors are just really easy to navigate and to match. So if you're not sure what color to get, buying one from Makeup by Mario is going to be a lot easier and more foolproof than buying one from Kosas. For example, Kosas doesn't have just a straight neutral, which I really wish they did. Kind of bothers me that they didn't post-announce, I cannot talk, that they didn't launch a neutral shade. So for example, they have like a bright yellow, a bright pink, a deeper, more rich tone, and then they have more of like an orange tone for deep complexions, but there's not a neutral in both categories for like light to medium and for dark to deep. Do you know what I mean? They need more neutrals. So just my opinion. So I would say stick to Makeup by Mara because it's gonna be very easy for you to color match yourself. All right, just tapping on this blush, getting a nice blushy look going. And I'm missing a ton of questions now. Oh my gosh, why are they coming in so fast? Thank you so much for helping me step up my beauty and makeup game. You're so welcome. I'm so happy to hear that. Blush is looking good. Can you tell I cannot stop with the blush? Now I forgot to, oh no, I did. I grabbed a powder, phew. I need to set my under eyes and I don't like using the Jane Iredale under my eyes. It's too heavy under my eyes. So I'm gonna switch to my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. This is the shade Cupcake. Tried and true. It's not gonna disappoint me throughout the day, which is exactly what I want. But before I do this, I need to blend out any creases that might have happened under my eyes. So I'm gonna go back to my N16 brush. I have not tried the Prada pressed powders. If you recommend them, I'm still trying to get my hands on the YSL, but it's still sold out. So I don't know what to do. Okay. Do you have skin prep before you fly? Yes. I do not do any skincare on the plane. Planes are dirty. Sorry. I mean, we all know that. So I'm not like bursting anyone's hopes and dreams that planes are clean, but they're just not. They're absolutely not clean. No, I do all my skincare before I leave my house. And I fly with, depending on like what time I arrive and what my agenda is when I'm flying to a place. Like for example, if I had to like get off a plane and work right away, I'm flying with a bit of eye makeup on, and then I'll pop a little bit more makeup on as I'm like en route to wherever I'm going. Like for example, like in a car, in an Uber and stuff. But when I'm flying to Miami, I don't have an agenda, I don't believe. So I'm gonna fly with just no makeup on and just my skincare and my sunscreen. That is it. Just make your life easy. I'll definitely put on like mascara just so I feel a little bit prettier. And I'll probably throw on like this lip stain and that's it, you know? Okay, a bit more powder. Just right here. And I do want to tackle my brows a bit more as well. So I have my Bodyography pen back in my life. I used to use this for a while and then I ran out, but this pen from Bodyography is amazing. So I'm gonna do a couple hair-like strokes. And I cannot believe how fast our Sunday morning is going by. I feel like this is just literally flown by in 2 seconds. So gonna just fill in a bit more where I still have some gaps. There we go. A little more defined. Thank you so much for saying that, Beth. I promise you I will make up for it when I'm back. I absolutely promise you. We'll have a really good one. Make up for lost time. So I'm kind of holding out for the Sephora to restock the YSL powder because I have some rewards money that I want to spend. You know what I mean? And I want to still earn my points, so I buy a lot of stuff from Sephora in case you have not caught that. Okay, as promised, I told you I was going to add another lip liner, and there's one that I fell in love with also at the Jane Iredale Masterclass. It's the shade Terracotta. So I'm gonna go over this lip line. I know it sounds counterintuitive and like, what's the point? But the point is ultimately, once this lip liner fades, I still have a backup lip liner underneath. This also just helps to even out the stain because if you don't get an even application, it could go on it could stain a little patchy. And since you know I was talking and distracted, I didn't do the best job of applying it this time. So I'm just gonna fill it in with Terracotta. Really pretty shade. Get a bit more color going. Nikki, do you know of an alternative to Sephora's the nudist lip liner? I know they did discontinue that, huh? I don't know, Danielle. That's a good question. I'll have to look into it. But you know, they did, Danielle, they did reformulate their pencils, and I have to say they're amazing. There's one that's like called Soft Beige or something that I've been loving. It's a bit more on the warm side though. So if you're looking for like a cool tone, you actually might like Flat White from Izumaya. That one's very cool, leaning neutral tone and very light. So if you're looking for like that kind of tone, you might really like that one. A few more things, and I promise you, we still have 10 minutes. So I'm actually doing okay with this makeup look. So I'm gonna do a bit of the L'Oreal Brow Lamination Gel just to bring my brows back up. My brows want to fall constantly. And get a nice little lamination going. And I'm missing a bunch of questions. Okay. Oh, good to know, Fernanda. Nikki, do you use SPF on your lips? When I remember, yes. And I usually keep SPF lip balms in my purse for when I'm out and about, because those are the best way for me to remember to wear SPF on my lips. But I'm not good at it. No, not at all. I would be lying if I said I do it every day. I definitely don't. And I don't remember every day at all. I'm the worst at that, actually. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the Dior powder bronzer. We're gonna use this to fully lock in 104 brush, by the way, from BK Beauty, my holy grail for powder bronzer. We're gonna use this to revamp, kind of bring back the vibrancy of that cream bronzer we used underneath the powder foundation, and also to lock it in, okay? All right. Oh, thank you, Jolisa. I love the way this makeup look came out. And I'm gonna be out and about today. I'm gonna see people, I'm gonna see some family, and I don't wanna have like an over-the-top makeup look on, but I wanna still feel like me and like I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? Shiseido balms with SPF are amazing. You know which ones I've been loving? You already know that I like the one from K-Skin. That lip balm, the Isle Glow lip balm, is fantastic for sunscreen lip balm, but I really am hooked lately on the In Beauty Project SPF, what are they, SPF 30 lip balms. They're so nice. They're really, really nice. Gonna switch to the Angie A504 brush and the same bronzer. Okay. Wait, how was dinner with your... Oh, it was great, Jolisa. You're so sweet. Yeah, we went to my favorite restaurant in Montecito and had just a great time. My niece was acting a little cray-cray, but it was good. It was entertaining. Okay. My plans today, I get to see my cousin's in town. She had moved to Colorado a few years ago. She's in town for her birthday, so spending some time with her today. We're gonna go probably shopping and to eat. And before then, I'm gonna check on Mitch. Mitch is at the house working his tail off, quite literally, patching and sanding and installing framework. He's installing doors and the frame that holds the doors, basically, and like the trim, or like, you know how you trim around your windows? He's installing all the trim around the windows and all that stuff, and then patching all the holes that come with placing and nailing things on the wall. I mean, that guy has been working his tail off, I have to say, like quite literally. Gonna go back really quick to Rosé. I did this also at that masterclass. I ran this on the bottom lash line. TT, so James Charles went after another kid. Oh boy, ooh, I can't read that. Oh my God, okay. That comment, wow. So that's the T, okay. Well, I'll stay far away from that T, it's hot. Any ideas for makeup for sky blue satin dress? I'm having my uni prom soon. Oh, I love that. What about gold? A golden yellow, it's so pretty. All right, the eye makeup is eye makeup being. One more thing, and I swear to you, I'm almost done. Quick bit of this L'Oreal eyeliner. I just want to tightline a bit more. I can see through my lashes, and I want them to look a little bit more dense. Better, much better. And then guys, what are you doing with the rest of your Sunday? What are your plans? Do you have to catch up? Do you have to do laundry? What's going on today? What's your agenda? This is my last free free day before I hit the ground running so hard for the next 2 weeks. It's not even funny. So I'm gonna enjoy my day to the absolute best of my ability. Did I just see someone's going to the zoo? Oh, going to the San Diego Zoo. Wow, that San Diego Zoo is stunning. Have fun. I am very jealous. And speaking of stains, we're gonna top my lips and finish up this lip. Laundry all day. Oh God, I have to do laundry at some point. I don't want to do it. I had to do it before I'm gone and traveling though. Oh, Chrissy, that's amazing. Your friend surprised you with M Cosmetics. That's a good friend. Organizing my closet. Janelle, I need to do that too. Lazy day, got back from Disney yesterday. Ooh, you're gonna be tired. You need a reset. So this is Kulfi Lassie Lip Stain in the shade Rose. And the combination is going to be the longest lasting lip combo I think I've ever shown you guys, to be quite honest. Ways to make powder blush last longer. Cocktail it with cream blush. Always put cream blush first. Put the powder on top. Use some setting spray. And you're good. Husband barbecue brisket. Nice. It's a good hubby. Okay, we're gonna lock in this makeup one more time. And for long days, I rely on the Impeccable, or I have been relying on the Impeccable from Anastasia. I really, really like the setting spray. So I know, isn't the lippy pretty? I think it's so pretty. And again, like it's not a groundbreaking makeup look, and makeup doesn't have to be groundbreaking and different and outlandish and over the top every single time you do it. And I think it's important to show you guys how to do like everyday wearable soft glam looks like this, you know? So yeah, does it look like all my other makeup looks? Probably. But I also look like myself no matter what, and I can't really change that. So no matter what, my makeup looks are going to look similar to some extent. You know what I'm saying? I got a comment recently that was like, your makeup always looks the same. Like, well, is it my makeup or is it my face? Because my face, I can't change. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna set my makeup. Hold, please. Ooh, gosh, it's so cold. All right, that's the makeup look. You guys, I had so much fun. I had the best time. I'm so happy I got to see you guys, and I apologize again that I won't be around next Sunday, but I will be working very, very hard at a job. So I'll keep you posted on when my next live will be, but more than likely it's going to be not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. My hair looks very flat today. I think I need to curl it or something. Or it could be all the setting spray that just made it really flat. But this is the makeup look. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. Whatever you're doing, laundry, skipping around the house, resting, eating brisket, walking your dog, whatever you're doing, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This always sets me up for such a nice week ahead. It always puts me in like the best mental space. So I appreciate you all so much for coming and joining me and just hanging out for this hour. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed the makeup look. Give me like 30 minutes to get everything linked and listed in the description. And once I do, everything I put on will be there. So this is the look. Nice. And you would never know that I have powder foundation on, right? I cannot tell that I have powder foundation on, that's for sure. And it doesn't feel like it. That's the most important part. But I love you all so much. Have the best day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.